Okay, today we're going to work on making a photo more brightened. We're going to use brightness and contrast. And so in order to find this assignment, we're going to go into the home page right here for Photoshop. We're going to browse the tutorials and we're going to go to all categories, all skill levels. We're going to go to beginning or beginner. And we're going to come down here where it says photo editing, and the name of this one is adjust photo lighting, and right in there it's going to be adjust brightness directly on your image, rather brighten a dark photo. So right there, that's what you should see, and I'll have the photo in case you guys just want to work on the photo and not find it in the tutorials. So we're going to start this tutorial right there, move this right over in here. So if we're looking at this photo, it does look a bit dark. And we're going to use brightness and contrast adjustment layer to fix this image. Okay, so with that being said, let's come over here to next, and we're going to create a new adjustment layer icon right here, and we're going to choose brightness contrast. So right here we're going to look under there, so that little circle with the diagonal line through it, then we're going to find brightness contrast, select that. And we're going to just experiment right here with this brightness slider. So just try sliding it all the way to the front, all the way to the back, left and right, just to see what happens. So I'll kind of put it back down to 0 then. Okay, so you see what that does. When I move it to the right, it's going to go brighter. When I move it to the left, it's going to go darker. And you can always input whatever amount you want right there. So let's click next. And so now right here the tutorial says we should put the brightness to 110. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, it brightens up a lot. Okay, so let's hit next. And so right here it's talking about how we see the main subjects here, right here, popping out from the background. We can definitely see the car and this person that's getting an extra ride there on the Prius. I wouldn't suggest trying this if you'd like to skateboard, but it looks a lot brighter, okay? And it makes a big difference. So let's click next. Let's see what's next here. Okay, so now the dark areas of the buildings, the shadows, still quite dark. And you can kind of see that right in here, right in here, right in here. You can see that it's very dark. The street are very bright though over here, but over there it's a little bit darker. So there's a lot of contrast in this image where you have really dark darks and bright brights. So we're going to adjust this with the contrast slider. So let's go next. And right here we're going to actually make sure that we have this adjustment layer selected, and it is selected. So let's go to next. And we're actually going to try dragging this contrast filter to the right and to the left. So when we move this contrast, we can see the dark area is getting darker and the bright area is getting brighter. So that's more contrast. And we move it all the way to the end, we see everything kind of opens up and it almost looks a little flat or muddy, as we would call it. So let's go back to 0 and let's see how much we're going to change it to. So right here it says let's move the adjustment slider to the left 30, so we can put in -30. I like to actually move the slider, but since we're going to an exact amount, we're going to put that much in there. You can just type it in there. Let's go next. So now reducing that contrast or moving that contrast slider to the left, you're able to see the details, the textures a lot better in this photo, and it actually going to give you more impact because you can see what is going on in those areas that were darker. Let's go next. And we can see before and after. So right here, there's a little eye. If we click that so it goes off, we can see what the photo was originally. If we click it again, we can see what the photo now looks like, which honestly I think is a great way to kind of assess what your photo is going to be after you make an adjustment to see if you're happy with it or not. And there you go. So that's it. So don't forget, if we're going to save this photo for, say, something online, and it doesn't need to be saved perfectly, we can go into File, Save a Copy. And for this one, I'm going to save on my computer. You can save it to the Creative Cloud. But let's change the name of it to what the name of the assignment is, Brighten a Dark Photo. I'm going to put my name right either in the front or the back. That way I can do that. So there, I did save it to there. And we're good. Okay, so hopefully